Well, it's the last day of school. My classroom is all cleaned out. The books on the bookshelves and trophies and everything has been put away. My desk is all cleaned off. Everything is put away for the next 3 months, next 100 days or so. Time to recharge. Time to relax and recharge a little bit. Probably gonna get a summer job, but it's time to take a break. Still got about 2 weeks of track left too, so we can't forget that. But I think people often don't realize what the end of the year means for teachers, particularly I think in this case high school teachers. Um, I've got 8 seniors on my track team that'll be graduating this year, and that's 8 seniors that I've spent years of my life just pouring into my knowledge of track and field. Some of them cross country, pouring in my knowledge on history, but more than that, just pouring in myself, giving my time, spending time away from my kids, away from my family, to teach, coach, mentor, trying to make sure that when they graduate from here, they've got an understanding of the world that they're going into, but that they're prepared for the world that they're going into, that they're equipped not just with the knowledge that we're required by the state to teach them, the lovely state standards, but that they're equipped with Scripture. That they're equipped with an understanding of Christ and what it means to have a relationship with Christ in this world, what it means to have a relationship with Christ in a very secular world, and that relationship with Christ can fuel them and give them energy, give them faith, give them perseverance. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Understanding that and living that is something that we definitely try to do for our students, and that I try to do for the athletes that I coach. And that's all great, and that's why we do what we do. But you've got that time that you've poured into them, the energy that you've poured into them, and you think of these kids. I think of my track athletes as family, right? They're my kids. I care for them. I look out for them. I try to help them make good decisions. I pour myself into them, and I try to love them the way that Christ loves His kids, and then they graduate and they're gone. And it always leaves a hole. It always leaves a hole. And nothing's ever quite the same after that. New group of seniors comes in, new group of freshmen come in. Life keeps trucking on. But these kids that you love, these kids that you pour into, these kids that you think of as your kids, all of a sudden they're just not in your life anymore. And that's always kind of sad. That's always kind of an adjustment. You're happy for them. You're happy for them for being successful. You're happy for them for moving into the next stage of their lives. You're happy for them for, what they have coming in their lives. But you're a little sad for yourself too, because you get something from what you give, but ultimately, we're losing them, and that's always a sad thing. Yoda in Star Wars The Last Jedi, he says, we are what we grow beyond. That is the curse of all mentors. May not be an exact quote, but it's pretty close. That's a quote he said it's the curse of all masters. In this case, it's mentors. We are what we grow beyond. And yeah, that means that our kids that we mentor, that we coach, they're supposed to grow beyond us. They're supposed to go into the world and surpass us. They're supposed to go into the world and surpass us and be better than we are. And that is not a curse, in my opinion. That is a blessing to be able to watch these kids that you love, these kids that you support, these kids that you mentor, these kids that you poured so much into. It's a blessing to see them go into the world and become more than what I am. And that's fabulous. But always miss them. Always miss them. I follow them on social media. I've got this policy where I don't friend or follow any students while I'm coaching them. Sometimes they'll follow me, and that's fine. But I don't actively friend or follow anybody until they graduate. But once they graduate, I'm going to hit that friend button. I'm going to hit that follow button, and I'm going to follow them because I want to know what's happening in their lives. Because I do care about them, and I want to see them be successful beyond here. Because, like I said, we are what we grow. We are what we grow beyond, and I root for all of them to grow beyond what I am. So, just some thoughts here on the last day as I'm checking out, getting ready to go home for the summer. Still got a couple weeks of track left. Got some kids we're going to get out to the state meet. But, yeah, I don't know. Thanks for watching.